mercy on this battleground. You think you're safe behind your spark, but death comes calling in the dark. You can run, you can escape this foray. When the whispers come, they don't go away. Whispers in the dark, cut through silence like a blade. Ghosts without a face, strike and then they fade. One breath too late, and you're already marked. You won't see us coming. Whispers in the dark. Whispers in the dark. Steel flashes under moonlight's veil. Heartbeat lost in the assassin's tale. No command, no fear, no spark. Just the mission and the dark. The night creepers have come. You'll never even hear a drum till it's too late. Whispers in the dark, cut through silence like a blade. Ghosts without a face, strike and then they fade. One breath too late, and you're already marked. You won't see us coming. Whispers in the dark. Whispers in the dark. Whispers in the dark. Still breathing. Not for long. Yo, Joe, listen up, I got a story to tell about a guy named Logan. Oh, he's so swell, he's the G.I. Joe gamer. Cool and witty, talking about those characters, heroes, and villains. At midnight we shout, Yo, Joe, or Cobra, talking about the Joe team and a Cobra tide. Joe's got snake eyes, the silent ninja in black. Quick with his swords, he'll give you a heart attack. Then there's Duke, the leader, so bold, gung-ho, always ready to fight and make those cameos. And we can't forget about Scarlet, the ultimate girl power. A fierce warrior, she'll make her enemies cower. Cobra's got Destro to supply the weapons. Cobra commander plots and schemes, see ruling the world in his dreams. Zartan is never what he seems, and Baron is rocks that black leather outfit. Shoot you quick and slip out the back of the head. Yo, Joe, Cobra. Logan's here to give his G.I. Joe tapes. Oh yeah, Yo, Joe, Cobra. Talking about the characters, it's a G.I. Joe thing.
Mature content warning. On Logan's Joe Takes, strategic commentary may include strong language, heated opinions, classified references, time to call in the Joes. Opposing forces may attempt audio interference. Logan's Joe Takes. Mission begins now.
Hello, I'm Logan, the G.I. Joe gamer. Tonight we are talking Joe Takes 64 Night Creeper from the Hill. If you guys are ready for a troop builder, We have Cool Gamer in the chat. What's up, Cool Gamer? It's good to see you, buddy, as always. All right, so let's just jump right into this and look at the vintage Night Creeper figure. I didn't break out any of their accessories. He came with a crossbow and another sword and a backpack, but I just it's been so hot. It took me a long time to find where my ninjas were, and I had them all in a box somewhere because I had done another episode about Cobra Ninjas before, and I just left them on my art table and forgot to put them away. And I found it. It took me a while, but I found them. But yeah, he came with a sword like this, and then a squiggly sword. And you'll see because the classified figure has all the same equipment, but nicer. But I got two. I had two of those it's a troop builder, so I ended up getting two. I wasn't really troop building, back in the 80s and 90s when these came out. Maybe I wish I had, but especially in the 90s when I was working and had some money. But I was into buying D&D books and all sorts of other stuff at that time too. Let's get some music in the background as we chat here. All right, so that was in 1990 when Night Creeper came out, but in 93 they brought out the Night Creeper leader, Aleph. Now, the only reason I know his name is Aleph is because that's what he was called in the comics. Aleph. I'm guessing that's his name, Aleph. But his color scheme was okay, but he kind of stands out for a ninja. I do like the tiger stripe pants. And yeah, he came with a tree of accessories, and none of them were his. In fact, one of them was the Night Creeper's crossbow. So it was like, that was pretty crazy. But the same year, which was funny because they didn't add him to the Ninja Force, they added Night Creeper to the Ninja Force, and they changed the design to look like this. And I never liked the color scheme on this one. I mean, the original was just so much better. I mean, comparatively, you look at these two and you're like, why did they do that to the poor Night Creeper? But there are cool color schemes with this figure that they put out that were pretty cool looking, just not the first one that they put out. So that was the first three Night Creepers they put out, and then that was the vintage line. But in '97 they tried to bring the Joes back out, and they brought out an Arctic Cobra Ninja, an Arctic version of the Night Creeper. And again, it's the same mold as the original. I'm glad they went with that instead of the other one. The other one probably would look cool as white though, and it looks pretty cool. Now in the snow, you wouldn't see this guy coming. So that I guess that was the idea of it. Of course, it's Logan's Joe Tate, so I got to drop something. Now in the early 2000s, they came out with Night Creeper 3, the third version. Now they remolded this like 4 or 5 times, and I wasn't in the habit of buying things that I already had, just in different colors. And the one I had was pretty cool. If I saw one in a better color scheme, I would have picked it up, but I really didn't. Now, this is Night Creeper version 3, and this was the first one they came out with the Spy Troops, and he came with just a typical ninja sword, not big deal. But the scabbard fits right into the back hole. On the original ones, it's still a better design. I don't know why they haven't figured it out yet for classified, but the backpacks for classified, the backpack peg hole in the back just is not very cool. Now, what made this a Spy Troops figure is, if you notice, he's got flippers on his feet there. There you go. And the reason being is because he would disguise himself as the current version of wetsuit that they had out, and these flippers on his feet. And so then he supposedly looked like wetsuit, and it was pretty close to the current wetsuit that was out at the time. So it's kind of cool. And of course, you hide the sword, and then he's wetsuit, but that's why he's blue. It's because the current wetsuit that was out was blue, and they had another character out that used the same mold called Wet Down. Was it Wet Down? No, it was Depth Charge. Hey, Jess Laws, what's up, Jess? Good to see you. Hello. Yeah, so they did the Spy Troops thing, and then they did the Valor versus Venom, and you know, it was all nice tries. Didn't know you were doing anything tonight, so I'm like, no, that's okay. And right after this, I'm doing an Overwatch with Victor Gibson. So this one's not going to last, you know, but maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. But I do have a new part to G.I. Joe Lady Bloodright I'm going to show with the Night Creepers tonight. So that should be pretty cool. I enjoyed making it. I made the one for next week already, and it's really good for Falcon, because next Joe take is Falcon. Now here in the 25th anniversary line, this was actually for the Rise of Cobra. As you can see, the battle stand looks kind of like a dog tag, which was pretty cool. But the peg holes, you know, on the modern line, the 25th anniversary style, they just, I don't know, they had the holes in weird spots, and yeah, and these figures were kind of gummy, and they were pretty cool. Now they made one to look more like the original in this color scheme, but it came with a Defense of Cobra Island 7-pack that I think only was out online, and I never even saw the thing. You know, like there was another 7-pack of Joes that I've gotten a couple of that I've ordered online, but the Cobra set I haven't got any. And so it was the same year that this came out. It was the exact same mold, but just in the right color scheme. But this guy was in a 2-pack with Shockwave, but for some reason they called him Shock Blast, and I've already done an episode on Shock Blast, so check that out. Now that's going to take us to the classified. You know, I was like, "Where's my member's badge?" Wrong channel. Yeah, wrong channel. Tomorrow night on From the Hilt, we're going to be doing radio from the Hilt. Hopefully, you'll have some new gothic horror songs. Tiger has written 3. Oh, she just corrected me. 3, and I've written a bunch, so you know, I've written at least 3. But here is the Cobra Night Creeper box for the classified. He's number 121 in the series. I'm reading it backwards on my screen, so I got to read off the box. There's the back of the box, and for some reason, as you note, they've got a different head for this, and I'll show you why. And it came with an extra set of hands. One was a karate chop hand, and the other was a shuriken. Yeah, it's a karate chop hand. And then the art on the side is really cool. I love the box art on these things. I wish they would put that on the front, right there. You know, like those, the retro line. Now, if Hasbro was smart, and we hope they're not listening, and I know they're not, so they should do just that style. Because we buy 2 of those, one for the wall or one for storage and one out. But let me move some of these ninjas and get them out of the way so I can show off the classified Night Creeper, who is featured in lots of my videos tonight. I've got the On Joe takes. We got his file card coming up. You have a new depressing song about war. The style is sort of gothic. Okay, all right. But he comes with these 2 daggers, which the original didn't come with daggers. It's like this curved blade. I think it's badass. And he comes with 2 of those, and they just pop right in those little sheaths on his belt there. He's got, like I said, he's got another one on the other side, right there. I can show it off better, but no, I can't. Now the crossbow, which I have dropped it. When it fell down, oh man, are you serious? The table got bumped here a little while ago, and he had a crossbow bolt that actually goes in his crossbow, and it has fallen on the floor, and I am not going to find that. But yeah, I'll find it. And the crossbow bolt just snaps right into there, and of course, it fell out while I was setting up. And I am certain that it is not on the table. So, what a drag. All right, now he came with a backpack, very similar to the original backpack, which, like I said, I didn't have an example to show you. But I have this one, so. And he had that same kind of sword as the original. Let me show you like that. Although the original was all black, I'm glad they painted it the sword color. Steel. And then the other one had a really curvy blade, but the new design is not as curvy. but I think this is a better sword.
You like them curvy.
Tiger Sandline. You'll like them curvy. But I do like this design for this because look at this. The crossbow is pretty cool. The crossbow actually snaps onto the backpack if I remember how. It puts it right on there for you. There's two little pegs, but I'm doing this in the dark so I can't fucking see. Yeah, that's what the mature content warning is for. Sorry. And then so the crossbow just fits right on the backpack. It's pretty cool. And yeah, I just don't know what happened to that crossbow. That crossbow bolt, they're little, man. It's like, why? Why do that? Oh, but yeah, and then 2 swords, which is really cool, and the 2 daggers. Very nice update. Very very true to the original, which is what people are really liking now. You got to have the classified, you got to have the vintage one, and then a new one. That's fine. New ones are good. Now, what they did though, so they have the 2 extra hands. Let me get the Night Trooper Q out here because this is what they did here. All right, so they have a karate chop hand. Wow. I'm not going to pop these out because they're a pain in the butt. And the other one has a shuriken that you can throw a shuriken. Go backwards. But yeah, so it's holding the shuriken. The shuriken does not come out of the hand. That's just how it is. However, what it also did was it came with this extra head, like I was saying. Now, the reason being is you pop the head off, and I'm pretty sure that cowl comes off on the other one, but no, I'm not doing that. That's a pain in the butt to put back on. And then he has a different head, right? Look, it's this Night Creeper. So they actually gave you 2 for 1 in the better uniform with the. This head wasn't bad. Like I said, the head scope wasn't bad. It's just he's got grenades and he looks like just a regular trooper for Cobra, and it was like, I don't know, it wasn't a good design for a Night Creeper. But this right here, the head scope works. As you can see, looks like a Night Creeper. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I like that, but I like the original look better with the cowl. I have a like for cowls on characters. Dusty from Dusty on, I got a couple. Warner, when I write a song about something that is upsetting me, that I have to get out of my head, I'm not holding back on the raw emotion and feelings or language, really just using the F word. Well, the F word is okay to me, Jess. So I have no problems with the F word. You're gonna F a guy up with these ninjas. Anyway, so that's the figure, Night Creeper, and the update, from the vintage. You get to see both right on my channel. You get to see both. There you go. And yeah, it sucks that I lost that crossbow. It was here. I had it in the crossbow, but it fell down and it probably just popped off somewhere and went on the floor. And I may never find it again. It is what it is. But cool backpack. I love the fact that the crossbow snaps right on there really good. And it stays on really good. I like that. All right, so that's going to take us to the character of Night Creeper, which doesn't really have character. He's a troop builder. Now, if they ever bring out Night Creeper leader, who I like to call a Left, because that's what they call him in the comics, then he never used this particular outfit, if I recall correctly. Maybe. But originally he was just another Night Creeper uniform. But yeah. And if Larry Hama put him in the comics, he didn't put him in this color scheme, I'm guaranteeing it. But I got a file card for you, so I'm going to play that real quick. And then we'll talk a little bit more about his appearances in media. So here is the Night Creeper file card. FTH codename Night Creeper.
G.I. Joe is the code name for America's daring, highly trained special mission force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world. I said, Cobra. Code name. Night Creeper. Cobra Ninja. Primary specialty. Field intelligence and Arctic field operations. Secondary specialty, covert operations. The Night Creeper forces are a super secret group of high-tech ninjas who have had a long-standing contract with Cobra to handle high-risk field intelligence operations and covert infiltration. They are extremely crafty, well-motivated, and have an abnormally high pain tolerance, which makes them hard to predict, hard to stop, and hard to knock down and keep down. If you took a totally ruthless person, trained him for 10 years in 5 forms of martial arts, and then equipped him with all the most advanced Electron stealth and passive sensor technology, you may have an approximation of an ordinary high-tech ninja. Once you strip away all of his scruples, morals, and innate feelings of common decency, then you have a Night Creeper.
That's the file card. You have a second song you made a month ago that was also about to get shit out of your head that was ruminating about, which you totally forgot about. It's also in sort of a gothic style. Cool. All right. Okay, but hey, I found that crossbow bolt, and I know you can't see it in there right now, but check it out. See, it slides in there, and it moves forward, and like you can like make it look like it's firing. There's, man, maybe you can see it. There it goes. Yeah, like I said, it just snaps in and out of there, and it's just a little dinky thing. But yeah, it just pops in there, and like I said, it goes in there pretty solid. So it's like, how did it fall off? I was just like, but it's there, and I'll put it in the box so I don't lose the damn thing there. Yeah, when I was filming, I didn't even use it. I left it in the box. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. Okay, so that's the file card. That's who the Night Creepers are. You know, they're just a group of high-tech ninjas that are hired out by Cobra. Let's see what you got here. It really helps, especially since you can't seem to get yourself to write in a journal. You know, I never could do journals either, but writing songs seems to do a lot. And I used to write like crazy. I've written so many Bad Company books. It's incredible, and I've got to get them all edited and published. I'm barely working on the second one right now. It's done. It just needs to be vamped out and chipped out and made to look nice and pretty, and it needs a good cover. So we'll put it out here near the end of the year, probably. Maybe Katie Robbins will do it. She said she wanted to, so we'll see. All right, so let's do this. I've got some music going in the background. There it is, because it starts out really slow. It's in the movie. Okay, so media. We gotta kind of move things along because we got Overwatch right after this. But they were in the Deep cartoon because it came out in 1990, and the Deep cartoon was 89, 90, 91 because they had the 5-part Operation Dragonfire in 89, which was really good. I like that movie. The series, the first season was decent. The second season, not so much, that series. But it was G.I. Joe. I still love it. I love the theme song. A lot of people hate on it. And the got to get tough. Yo, Joe. I loved it. I ate it up, even as a 20-year-old when it 20-year-old when it came out. Operation Dragonfire intro was a little different, but still pretty cool. And so that's where they were in cartoons. I think they were in a couple of commercials, maybe. I'm not really worried about commercials all that much, but in the comic books, Larry Hama introduced them, and he just liked the Night Creepers. He had them in it a lot versus the G.I. Joe ninjas before Ninja Force was a thing. Oh, a chick in my Zoom group is an editor, publisher, author. She said she needs clients, but I can't remember the name of her company. Meh, something golden something. Well, that helps, Jelson. So yeah, in the comic books, the Night Creepers were very cool. Larry Hama wrote them. Kind of pushovers as far as when G.I. Joe Ninjas showed up, because G.I. Joe Ninjas had better training, better gear. Now the Night Creepers had high-tech, expensive gear. That doesn't mean it's better. You know, it depends on your interpretation of what better is. I kind of like the classic, like just a sword. I mean, you know, you don't have to reload this or power it up. It's always going to work. Same with the crossbow. So in that sense, they kept them traditional, but yet called them high-tech ninjas. So it was like, well, why didn't they come with a gun too? You know, if they're going to be high-tech ninjas, go all out. I mean, have them have a laser. Yeah. But other than that, Night Creepers, they haven't done much with them. They came out with a couple of Cobra Ninjas called Slice and Dice shortly thereafter that kind of overshadowed the Night Creepers. It was nice to have that Troop Builder Ninja in the mix, but Slice and Dice were awesome. And then they came out in Valor versus Venom with another Cobra Ninja called Slash. They had Slice and Slash and Slice and Dice. But I don't know if Dice, what happened with Dice in that, because I don't know why they didn't put Dice out. They had a new ninja called Slash. I prefer Dice. Dice was a bone breaker. He's badass. You try to find and let me know in case you're looking for someone. She's doing 20% off all the services. You know, I just publish on Amazon, Jess, and that's. I had a publisher and they wanted to sell me my own book more than sell it. So, you know, it was like, if I could, you know, if I wanted to buy my own book, that was nice, because I bought 10 copies of both the books I published with them. And it was nice to give them to my family and friends, but, you know, they're out there. They're on Amazon. You can get a PDF. You can get the hardback. You can get the softback. I mean, it's really cool. Like, and I can set it up the way I want, and I don't have to adhere to anybody's rules or regulations or edits. And you know, it depends on. Yeah, I'm an indie writer and publisher, so you can put it on Discord in case someone else. Yeah, you can do that, Jess. Yeah, that's cool. Or send it to me and I'll do it. No biggie. Either way, it works. If you put it up there, I'll put it at guild members and let everybody know. All right, so let's hustle this along, because I don't really have much to say about Night Creepers. I do like the Night Creepers a lot. So in my head canon, what the Night Creepers are, they are the dedicated Cobra Ninja, which is nice. It helped in my storyline before the Night Creepers came along. I had Cobra cloning Storm Shadow, and like they did Serpentor. You understand that sounds better to do it yourself through Amazon. It is, but it isn't, because I don't have the mass distribution or a publisher that advertises my books. So, you know, I don't sell hardly any, but, you know, it's nice when I do. I get a little check from Amazon here and there, but I haven't for a long time. Yeah, because I haven't really published a lot of books, so that's the way that works. But yeah, so the Night Creepers, when they came along, that was like the replacement to the clones, and Cobra Commander could just pay them. It was cheaper for him to just pay the Cobra Night Creepers. So yeah, that's how I used them, was just cannon fodder for going up against the G.I. Joe Ninjas. And while they were distracted with the Night Creepers, Cobra Commander would pull some crap and really mess those Joes up. All right, so that's my take on Night Creeper. I was going to show you some comics and stuff, but I'd rather just show you videos. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the next part of G.I. Joe Lady Bloodright, and it's featuring the Night Creepers, and I hope you enjoy it. Let me let me pop it up here so you guys can enjoy it. And I will turn this music off here. And I will share the video so we can enjoy it together. I hope you guys enjoy this. This one's only like 4 minutes. Next week's video is 6 minutes, almost even. So I did a lot on that yesterday, so that was pretty cool. All right, so G.I. Joe, Lady Bloodright, movie clips. Movie clips. We got Act 1, Scene 4, the end of Act 1. Here you go. This is March the Long Road.
They move when you blink. They strike when you sleep. We are the edge of your nightmare. Shadows fall without a sound. No mercy on this battleground. You think you're safe behind your spark, but death comes calling in the dark. You can run, you can escape this foray. When the whispers come, they don't go away. Whispers in the dark, cut through silence like a blade. Ghosts without a face, strike and then they fade. One breath too late, and you're already marked. You won't see us.
Jinx! You in there? Are you good?
Rat. Yeah, I'm good.
Vigot movement, inte tres. Several kontakts inkomning.
Eyes sharp. Let's move.
Night creepers.
Jinx called it right. Contact front and rear. We got night creepers, all right.
Of course it's ninjas. It's Tuesday. We need some tacos.
Ha. I second that, Rat. Let's show them what Night Force really means.
Comms are jam tunnel, Rat. See what you can do about that.
I'm on it.
What's the story, Rat?
Based on what I'm picking up, strong encryption. Way out of my league.
Just send out the standard counter jamming then.
It's already done.
I'll find a high spot. For king and country. Yo, Joe.
Coral, take the bike.
I din not think you career. Ami,
Huh, never said I did, my friend.
more action for me.
Big Ben, report. Ben,
No response. Smoke's too thick.
Falcon. I saw him go over the side of the hill.
This boys fight dirty. Helvete.
Coral.
She's down. Not much left of her.
regroup. This is a grade A cluster foul up.
Well, looks like I'm driving.
Ben and Coral.
And on my watch. Shockwave, grab her dog tags and then everyone move. Jinx, you're up front.
Coral died buying us a chance. Don't waste it.
As if I could ever do that.
What about Ben?
No time. This place is crawling with night creepers. If he's still breathing, then he'll just have to catch up.
That's really just all up in that suck.
But Big Ben could still be alive out there.
You heard the captain. Ben wouldn't want us endangering ourselves looking for him. Now move.
Is that bike still working, Jason?
Seems so. Steel outlasts flesh, as it sadly turns out.
All right then. Let's go.
Well, she's not breathing. But Tasty Jinx it would appear is. Not long now, my sweet. Our dance will come.
And there you have it. I was supposed to play that little video at the beginning. I keep forgetting. So I'll play it now real quick for you, so you guys can get the full gist of it here.
Hilt fan play motion. You will see hands. Figures are plastic, but the voices are real. It's from the hilt. Let's play.
You will see hands. Okay, so yeah, I had that in there. So I won't forget it the first time and this time. So I'm doing okay. Cool. You liked it? Okay, cool. I hope everybody enjoys it when I put it together into one big movie and clean it up a bit as much as I can. And maybe add some more effects, because I think I'm going to add some stuff to where Coral was messed up. I had a scene with her legs, and I wanted to place them somewhere, but it just didn't look right, so I didn't do it. That poor character got killed. Yeah, I was like, oh. And then we don't know what happened with Big Man. So, and I'm excited to show you the next clip, because I get doing them, and I got next week's already done, and it's like, oh, I want to show it, but I can't until next week. So. And on that note, that is my full take on the Night Creepers. Now I have the On Joe take 64. I'm gonna play for you, and then the outro, and then we're gonna call it quits on this one, and I'm gonna get set up for Overwatch, and I will see you again at the top of the hour. Are you able to separate the torso from the legs? Yeah, but I don't do that. I don't. They supposedly they pop apart. I've never played around with my action figures. I don't. I can't afford to break it and see if that works. You know. So I've seen other people do it, but I don't know exactly how all that works, Jess. But no, I just filmed it. You know, I filmed her with the green screen over her legs, and then I filmed one with it over her head and had her legs. I was gonna have her legs like laying next to her, but I think that was too much. So I think it was enough to show her there with no legs. So and she got blown up in the bike. Like, it still works. These Overwatches tonight too. Yep, I'm doing that next with Victor Gibson, and we're gonna be talking some G.I. Joe ranks. So ranking system, like what's the rank of certain Joes and how I see them now. So we're going to be doing that. All right. So on that note, we'll see you in a few, and hope you enjoyed my take on Night Creepers. And so here we go. I'm going to play so you can get a better look at Night Creeper. I've got the On Joe take, so you can take a look at that and get a little bit more of that great song, Whispers in the Dark. And Jess is all okay. And I'll play the outro, and then that'll be it. And then I'll jump into Overwatch here in about 15, 20 minutes. So, see you in a bit.
They move when you blink. They strike when you sleep. We are the edge of your nightmare. Shadows fall without a sound. No mercy on this battleground. You think you're safe behind your spark, but death comes calling in the dark. You can run, you can escape this foray. When the whispers come, they don't go away. Whispers in the dark, cut through silence like a blade. Ghosts without a face, strike and then they fade. One breath too late, and you're already marked. You won't see us coming. Whispers in the dark. Whispers in the dark. style. Duke as the first shirt, making with a plan. Cobra Commander schemes with his clan. Scarlet Sharp hits hard, flips fast. Destro's armor gleams from the past. Logan's G.I. Joe takes fierce and honest view. Red versus blue, it's up to you. Stay a while and listen for the consumerism. Logan's G.I. Joe's takes given with enthusiasm. Zartan shifting sneaks in disguise. Storm Shadow's blade cut through lies. Baron is cold with her deadly aim. Shipwreck laughs, wins the game. Doc's healing hand in the fray. Flint shotgun clears the way. Major Blood's battle cry echoes near. General Hawk leads, we cheer. From the hilt on YouTube, tune in for a day. Joe takes to help you with your play. Let's put these characters to the test. Logan's the G.I. Joe gamer, plays it best. Yo, Joe, Cobra, let's go. Let's go. Logan's G.I. Joe takes fierce and honest view. Red versus blue, it's up to you. Stay a while and listen for the consumerism. Logan's